Good morning, good afternoon, everyone in a Link to the Past Randomizer community. We are doing something different for the daily today here on Speed Gaming 2. We are doing a crisscross randomizer. Today, runners are Pretty Wrong versus Shoulder. What is crisscross key sanity? Well, it's a normal key sanity mode where you just you gotta find your keys to finish the dungeons, but in addition, the dungeons are randomized. Like you could have different rooms in different dungeons. Like one room you walk into Ice Palace, the next room over. Hey, look, you're in Mire now. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? It's awesome. Uh, so yeah, this should be our very first time here promoted this on Speed Gaming Live, and we're gonna have a really, really good time with it today. So hopefully we can. Oh, if I haven't mentioned, I am Captain 1977. I'll be solo coming today, and we are gonna wait for everyone to get started here. We are almost ready to get going. We are waiting for people to just get ready, and yeah, it's gonna be a good time here. And shout outs to our tracker today, Big Walker, and our guys setting it up, Professor Render, of course, one of the main admins here on Link to the Past Daily Randomizer. Yep, just waiting on to get started here. We're almost ready. So should be quite the fun stream today. And we have a total of 8 entries into this pool. Lots of interest in this one today. So shout outs to everyone out there watching today. How y'all doing? Doing good. We're still waiting, and it's like we're about ready to get going here. And here we go. We're starting out in the sanctuary today. See where that's going to take us. And we've come right out of Hammerbags, right from the sanctuary, which is always funny to see. As Pretty Ron is headed down, start out with a red 20 there in Link's house, and that looked like an interesting item there on Lake Hylia Island. We find Beast Heart and Heart Container as Shoulder is going to be heading on over by the mushroom hut here and possibly do a Houlihan strat. Nope, he's going to check the mushroom hut, and we find the King's Tomb where we find our first swamp key to Swamp Palace. All right. Good to find that early and out of the way. Find the Witch's Hut is today. Ooh, looks like Hera. Doesn't look like the normal Hera that we usually see. As you go from the escape room into Ice Palace over the over the pod. Just to know that some rooms are on a super dial, they will stay connected. And see, as you go down those steps, it takes you on the other side of the pod. And you see that there's 7 chests to open up here in this Hera, and you see the main hub there in Thieves Town, which takes us over to Desert Palace, and that's going to take us over back to Hera. This is a wild room here, and we got, okay, now we're at the front of Hera. Going down the stairs here, it's going to take us near the top of Hera. Of course, falling down these holes will take us to the other parts of Hera. We find a small key for Ice Palace. Okay, and hints are on. Of course, you see that map icon there on the idle screen. That acts as a mirror so you can get out of the dungeon more easily. And shows are finding Moldorm right away, but can't defeat him yet without a weapon, so he's just going to drop down these holes, try to find something else that you can do. And check this chest here. Cracked floor can be found in Agina's key. Well, and we got our first key to Castle Tower, and about all he can do in that dungeon for now. We're setting up that pig flipper again. Head over to the drop down spot. Here we have a Kakariko well. Okay, good to know. We're gonna go ahead and drop in there, get our bounty of 4 items. Got a heart container. Of course, Birdie Ron's right out of stale. Got a red 20. $50. Some more bombs. And a big key to Ice Palace. Alright. Both runners setting up a Houlihan here. It still works in the Crossroad Shuffle, and having money early is good. The tracker is working. They just don't have any items to track right now. As we get some divergence here. Pretty Ron's gonna check the Uncle spot here. As shows is gonna make his way south to Kakariko Village, and the Uncle is Vanilla today. Uncle gives us $20. And we get a big key to desert. And we find the Ice Rod Cave here on Shoulder's side, which gives us $50. So he's going to take a look at the race side up here. Can't quite get it just yet, but looks like it's just a card there. Probably won't be back for that. Check the library. And we can find Paradox Cave. Top of Paradox Cave here. Gotta be careful though. He's down to 1 heart. This is... We find that the sanctuary takes you into Mire. And we find a shop. Big key to Hyrule Castle. Compass. Compasses are quite useful in this category. It tells you how many items are in the dungeon. So we're going to want to see compasses. They will pick up compasses if they see them along the way. Just got to be careful here. Can't kill those molders. And we find our first glove upgrade. Piece of heart. We got a key to Skull Woods. We find the real boots and 10 bombs. So just to note, they did start out with boots, but they weren't the real boots. You couldn't open up chests like the back of Escape or balk at anything like these bonk rocks here. You would just bounce right off them. But since you found the real boots, you can now check those items. Pretty wrong. Looks like each one is going to trace over each other's footsteps here. We find Barry at that fountain spot. We find big key. Okay, and some dungeons might not even have a big chest in it, so you might not need a big key for a certain dungeon. Let's go on to find Ice Rod Cave here. Already did. Okay, and Pretty Ron finds paradoxes. Okay, and then we did see that good hint there for 20 rupees. I'll tell you something good. You find the big key of pod in the Desert Palace. So, Pretty Ron opting not to take the Paradox Cave exit for now. We're going to check the bat drop down, which is the Steve's hideout in Lost Woods, and we're going to find 3 bombs there. Won't be back for that. It shows they're by a Super Bunny Cave. Key to Desert, and 3 bombs. Plenty of opportunities to find items here in Kakariko still. There are lots of entrances that can be anything. Here we find a fairy fountain. It shows her looks like maybe heading down to the mini Moldorm cave. It shows her finds inside a spectacle rock, which just has 20 rupees today. It is a connector, so he may be back for that. Back of Tavern will always be the Back of Tavern as the only downward facing entrance in all the Link to the Past. So we find 10 more bombs. Note that this is also shop sanity, which means you can find dungeon items in shops all over Hyrule. So if you see more than 110 bomb pack, that's usually the bombs that are for sale in shops. We check Ice Rod Cave here, and the 2 other entrances. We find the chess game. We find a connector here on Pretty Round side. Go ahead and check that. We find Spiral Cave and Ice Rod Cave. He will check that probably right after this. And we're on top of Hyrule Castle now. Grab a couple rupees there. We find the chess game from the Village Podcast. Just finding $5 though. Yes, we're gonna take a look at Spiral Cave here. As long as this mini Moldorm can play nice. There we go. We find some of these connectors don't go very far. Oh, we find Turtle Rock here at the front of the tavern. And shows are finding blue mail there. Nice find early. It's gonna help out. Find the top of Bumper Cave. Oh, ooh. Murder Dactyl takes another victim. Shilzer takes an unfortunate death there in the overworld. But it's not swordless, no. There are swords in the pool. We will find them. I'm just gonna take a death warp here, get out to rock. Not much you can do in there without keys. And Lake Highland Island having just 5 rupees. Gonna find his waterfall cave checks as we're gonna check this bombable hut, see where this is gonna take us. Ooh, we got some hype cave. Let's get some hype cave in the chat. We find the ether medallion. Another 10 bomb pack, a compass, the pod, the flippers, and a shield. Pretty good hype cave. Pretty good, I'd say. I'm gonna check the hints here for 20 rupees. We'll tell you something, sure. The key to miner can be found in Thieves Town. Okay, so that's something they're gonna have to find here. And Schulzer finds the dam here. We got 20 rupees. So with the way the dam works here in this mode is you just have to pull it once and the water will stay drained. Don't have to worry about coming back each time to drain it. One and done. Pretty Ron is going to check the Kakariko Well spot. We have, there is Ganon inside Kakariko Village today. Decided to say, hey, this is a nice place to live. I'm going to live here. So we find the fairy here is going to have a small key, the Ice Palace, and it says no to the heart piece. And we find the other side of Paradox Cave there. And remember that there is a shop here that you can buy things with. This is going to find that big key. And look at this little cave here with 3 small keys. We got one for Swamp. We got another Swamp pod. Another small key for pod. And one for GT. Yeah, all dungeon items here are going to be useful. Because we find another entrance to the rock. Yeah, because you want to see how many items you have to get out of the dungeon, so the compass is going to be useful. And of course, the map is just going to tell you if it's a crystal or a pendant. This is still a 7/7 to beat Ganon. As we find the brewery here, it says $50 today. And we find the Hyrule Castle. Still had the big key for that, but it's just a hard piece. You always tell which dungeon it is. It says up in the upper left-hand corner, HC, it's Hyrule Castle. If it says L1, that's going to be Eastern. D1 is Pod, so on like that. And we're checking chest entrances. Ooh, nice bomb crab there. Too bad we're already full of bombs. And we're going to find 50 rupees for 15. We got a map to Hera. And a small key to Thieves Town. Very important key there. As we know where Thieves Town... No, we don't know where Thieves... That's the rock. Alright, so we're going to check some desert entrances here. This pretty run is finding a... And we find Eastern Palace here at Agina's Cave. Gonna take that 300 rupees right there out the torch of the GT Eastern Palace. And the steps just go right back to where you just was. So we're gonna go left here. That's all we can do. We are key locked out of the Eastern Palace. Opting not to look at the desert ledge. And I believe we are key locked out of Hyrule Castle as well. Pretty Ron says no thank you. We're gonna take a look here at Skullwood's interest or Lostwood's interests. We find the Hammerpad Cave with a small key to Thieves Town. Take a look at the Lumberjack ledge here. What do we have? It is the useless fairy. We're not going to need it. Good news, they do not have to beat Aga for that. And Lumberjack ledge looks like Bunk Rocks today, which just says 50 bucks. Find the inside of Spectacle Rock has 20 bucks. I believe we've seen that already. Pretty Ron is gonna check his Lost Woods checks here. Shell's just gonna try to finish up things in Kakariko Village here. We find the back of Escape. Does not have the real boot yet, so we're gonna have to blow this bomb door open. Got 10 arrows. And a map to Ice Palace and a compass to Eastern. So he's going to continue on here. We're going to find the back of Skullwoods here. We can check the chest down there at the bottom. Shows us taking a connector, Kakariko Village. That's going to take him on top of the Hyrule Castle. Can't quite get through that barrier just yet. We need a cape or Master Sword. Find his chest game for the 5 rupees. And we find a small key to Skull Woods. Ooh. Unfortunate that they're on Party Wrong side. Not a terrible one, but certainly don't want to be taking deaths here if we can help it. It shows finds yet another to the rock entrance. And now we are at Hera. We are continuing our... That dead rock was not very nice. That is quite unfortunate. They're pretty wrong. And shows are trying to move their way through to the rock here. Only 6 chests here to the rock today. We find one of them here at the Eastern Palace big chest. Find a heart. Something you would buy normally in a shop, but those can be in chests. And at the library today, we have, the bottom Paradox Cave. He's going to go check this now. Shulzer finds his way to his Hype Cave. Find his bounty of goods here, including the flippers and the ether. His shield. And Pretty Ron finds their regular boots now. And finds the glove. Autobird's just gonna have 10 bombs for us today. Not a bad deal considering it's probably about what they cost normally. So, okay, we're going out Paradox Mid, which is the other side of the race game. Too bad there was nothing useful there on the race game today. But don't have to come back to that now. We know where it goes. And Pretty Ron's going to take this connector here in the bottom of the Spectacle Rock. Going to grab a pair just to be safe. I got 5 cards. And these mold orbs could be sometimes difficult to deal with. You're right, 10 bombs normally cost 50. You're right. And we're coming out at the pod entrance. We're walking around as a bunny. This isn't logic now. Walking around as a bunny to find entrances isn't logic in this game. So you do not necessarily need a Moon Pearl for this. So he's going to walk around here. Going to find the other entrance around here. It shows or finds Hyrule Castle. We're going to take the right exit first. Come out in desert. It's actually going to check the cave down here. It's just got to be careful of this. Pterodactyl, very nicely dodged. As we find just a fortune teller. And Schulzer checked the entrances Desert Palace there, and unfortunately it took him out into the Dark World, so gonna have to take a death here to get back into the regular Link form. Does not have a key for that right side. And we find, oh, there's half magic for 25 rupees in the shop. Lovely to see. They are keeping notes that Hyrule Castle is hookshot locked right now. And we as both players taking it. Oh, that was not intentional. That was just a rude enemy. It is if you have to revive to get into from buddy form into a dungeon, that is not in logic. That will never be in logic. That's just a workaround some players get. Couldn't read that. It was too fast. Yeah, she's some entrances can even lead the stair. And Pretty Ron's like, what? Oh, Can't really do anything right there, so he's gonna have to take Warp back to the front. As we find yet another entrance to Turtle Rock. And we find the Kata Samaria there on the Bari. Yeah, enemies can drop items. That's the thing. Showzer's going to check the bonk rocks here. Find Bumper Cave. Pretty Raw is going to bonk his way down to the map chest here in GT. Find a bombable wall. Find a East Wall key to Meyer. So Kata Bird is something interesting. It's actually a weapon. It's really the first weapon we have outside of bombs, so sure he's pretty glad to see that. As these Showzer there, you see, has the real boost, so you can just bonk open that wall as opposed to Pretty Rollins here had to use bombs as he did not have the real boots. Continue on to the Hyrule Castle. Looks a lot like GT, but it's Hyrule Castle. It's just if you ever get confused about which dungeon you're in, please look at the top left. It'll tell you. Like right now, if we find the flute there, Rudy Tooty, who wants a flutie? Flute is very nice to have with this one. It allows for free and clear directions to go where you can just go anywhere pretty much now and check any interest you want. It's pretty Ron is going to check the pyramid here. Gonna go find a compass, and I would have grabbed that compass actually. Compasses are quite useful in this category. But I'm not running this game. I'm just the crazy man that's going to commentate this. So it's up to them. And we find a fairy there. And we find a bottle on top of Spectacle Rock. Can't quite get that without the mirror. We find Mini Moldorm Cave. Well, we got Mini Moldorm Cave. We got another 10 bomb pack. The lamp. The hook shot. More bombs and a small key to Meyer. There's some good progression right there. And look at that. He's already on top of the mountain with the hook shot in hand as we find Palace of Darkness. Good old 22 item Palace of Darkness. You find the small key to Hyrule Castle. Now you might be saying to yourself, Captain, those switches are up. How are you going to find it if you can't find? You know, there is a switch in here. You have to find it. It's these switches will stay on or off compared to wherever they're at in the dungeon. We're not gonna take that key door. Where you find the red mail. Always nice to see when you don't have a lot of health. You gotta be careful here. Oh. As we find the dark cross here, lamp is a lot easier. We can find a small key to a vanilla key. We found a vanilla key at Crisscross. Can you believe it? And we are now hammerlocked on a pod. To be expected. Not really, but it's pretty raw and activates their flute. Where do we go from here? There we go. The side duck being side duck there. We're going up the mountain. We're going to check the old man escape cave and find a fairy fountain. I'm going to take the health refill. Might as well. You're right there. Find. Oh, there's the key to Samaria there in Pod. Now having both canes, we find the main mire entrance. Gonna use that cane to its full advantage. Into the cannonball room at Eastern Palace. We find another key to GT. And back through the spike room mire, we're going to find the desert torch here, where we find a heart container. We'll grab that and end this hint. Okay, we'll find the ice palace here, where Hammer's going to block that chest as well. We find our first bottle there, the old man. As we're finding the ball and chain guard here. It's going to drop 300 rupees. Do not have the big key for this. You cannot check the chest until the cell. And we're going to get a potion refill here. And it's a fairy. It's pretty broad and it's heading back up there. It's going to find Mini Moldorm Cave here. Find his bounty of items. Going to use that key to Samaria there. We find the Graveyard Ledge there on shoulder side with a small key to Swamp. Another small key to Swamp. Many dungeons could have multiple keys. Eastern Palace could have like 10 keys. You just never know. It shoulder finds his back of Old Man Escape. And Pretty Wrong finds his entrance to Pod. It's just as they retrace over each other's footsteps. Remember, please get these runners a ball. To play this mode, you have to be crazy. I'll say it. I'm just saying. It's something that is very difficult to play. It's a lot of fun to watch. I wouldn't want to do it myself, but that's up to you. I don't pass judgment on anyone, so. But it is a lot of fun to watch. Please follow these runners. They're doing one great job here. If we hook across over to this and we find the heart container there on the desert torch, we're pretty wrong. We find Mimic Cave, can't quite do that yet. Need the hammer. Still looking for the hammer. We haven't even found a moon pearl yet. That's how crazy this mode is. We find the bottom of Spectacle Rock. We've already seen the top. Find a fairy fountain. Yep, and the items there, the 281 up in the upper right hand corner is how many checks are in the game. That includes all shops, all enemies. Like that guard just dropped 20 rupee, that's a normal item. So there are 281 checks in this game now, instead of the normal 216. It shows us making their way through Desert Palace. It looks like L2 means this Light World Dungeon number 2 or Desert Palace. And Pretty Rob finds out, oh, I need the hammer. As we find the main entrance there to Hyrule Castle and Desert Palace. We're going to find our way to the main room of Eastern Palace. And look, there's Landmo. You're going to get to see some Samaria strats of Landmo. And bomb strats. Strats you don't normally see in a regular game here, but this is not your normal game. Got one of the big worms down. And there goes number 2. And Landmos is down. We have our first dungeon complete. And it was a crystal. Pretty Round finds his Cane of Samaria. There are still 10 checks here at Desert. Not sure where to go from here. You still want to clear out the dungeon as much as you can, but getting the boss down is always something nice to see, and it was definitely a wonderful fight. He's going to take a death warp here. Get back. And finding that crystal switch there, that's just good game knowledge there. Just throw a Samaria block at it, be able to hit that switch. We find the rando room here in Desert. 4 big items here coming up. Got a small key to pod, small key to Desert, a heart piece, and a bikini pod. A small key to Thieves Town. We're making our way back to. Don't have a key for that door, unfortunately. Fortunately, it's going to be stuck in that room. Does have to be careful here. He is walking around as a buddy. No moon pearl yet, so. 6 crystals to enter that particular entrance. Does it have to be GT? So we're going to check Spike Cave here. We have. Looks like the top of Bumper Cave. Of course, both players are on the safe screen right now. Gonna check the entrance here at the bottom. There's the sick kid. Quarantined on the mountain with a map to Swamp Palace. Got a quick map check there from Pretty Raw. Did not catch what was what. Is we're gonna take the bumper ledge here. Since you did drop down the hole, you're gonna have a super buddy save, so you can throw those pots away. Or out to where we can't go. Okay, we're gonna start at the bottom. See where the old man is. Oh, old man is on Floating Island today. Pretty Raw's gonna check the Turtle Rock medallion. We find another entrance to Desert Palace here. So we check the back of the old man escape here. There's a connector. And we are back on White Death Mountain. Floating Island. That look. Couldn't quite tell. It was a really quick check. We find another shop with a small key to Swamp. It's going to check the set here. Or not. Thanks for proving me wrong. Appreciate it. Okay. Took them. Look like the Eastern Palace entrance. It's like Shoulders going to be following right behind him. Checking entrances here at Death Mountain, plenty to choose from. Find the Mimic Cave again. Pretty well is going to take that free health refill there. And Shill's just going to bomb jump his way across this gap here, come out here. Going to take him into the Kakariko village. We've already seen that, yeah. Pretty wrong finds this 3-key shop. Which we've already seen on Shill's side. I can head up here to the Lost Woods area. I was going to check the Eastern Palace area. And find out, oh, that's just a berry fountain. But the Kate of Samari here shows we can get further into Hyrule Castle now. Find the Laser Eye Bridge. We have a key for that door. And it takes him right back to the Swamp Hub where he just was. Unfortunate. Kind of a wasted key there. But however many locked doors are in the dungeon, they're going to have that many keys for it. So it's not a complete waste. Just got to find another key to get around. And we're going to find the bumper ledge here. Hook shotting through that is 100% in logic, so we can check this where this entrance takes us out at. And it's the back of desert. Okay, well, here's another entrance we can look at. And it's another entrance we've already seen. We're going to check the desert ledge. We got just 10 arrows. Not finding a whole lot of stuff right now, just a bunch of keys. This is actually Thieves Town, which is Mario locked. We find, oh, there's the hammer and the moon pearl. Now we're getting somewhere. And a small key to Meyer. We found a hammer. We found a moon pearl. We have regular Dark World access, everyone. And we find, well, that's where Blind would be, but they still have to find the crack in the floor and bring Blind that made it all the way over here. As we're gonna enter this room here, we're gonna find something under this file. We got $50. Thieves Town holding all the answers today. As we make our way through Thieves Town, we find the Ruby Basement and Pod. We got a map to Eastern. And we've got a second shield. Those of you wondering, hey, doesn't he already have that shield? Well, they sell that shield in a shop, so you're going to see that more than once. As we find the pokey item as a key. The castle tower. And we're gonna find the... Can't quite grab the maiden just yet. We have to find the bobbable floor first. Which could be in another dungeon, honestly. We're gonna head into the mire area here. Gonna hit the switch up here. Maybe. Oh, he was just making sure he had to hit it. Okay, gotcha. And starts to say yes, you have to hit it. Ooh, and no small key to get through that door, unfortunately. We're making our way through. This is Misery Mire here on Shoulder's side. Next check it, we find the bug net. Ooh, and there's the mirror and mire. Ooh, that's a big find. No key to get to. But we did find the mirror, and we find the chicken on here on pretty wrong side. And we're gonna see a nice piece of tech here. If you ever come out of hammer packs, you do not have the bits. You're gonna see this little bomb dupe here, and you're gonna see him pull out the hook shot. You're gonna cut that first push down with the bomb. You're gonna get as low as you can here with the hook shot. You're gonna see him hook right through, and you can get right through that, just like that. Only useful in these kind of modes. We find checkerboard cave. Got a small key there. Got a small key to GT. We have not seen GT yet. Yeah, I'm really glad that they got to show off that new rail clip there. That was something that was just recently filed not too long ago. And showing it off here is really, really nice. And here we have Ice Palace. And Zora just giving us a life lesson today for a piece of heart. And we find the ice rod in Ice Palace. Makes sense. Ice and ice. where are we going from here? We're gonna find Thieves Town entrance. Walk open the door. And we're gonna find pod item is just a heart. And unfortunately, gotta spin the key to get to this room over here. Just a Criss switch at this loop bar. And we find a compass. The Desert Palace. Another piece of heart. Ooh. No good way to hit that switch, unfortunately. Just the bomb's gonna have to do. $50. And to spend the last key here to get these two chests. You got a small key to Eastern. This mini helmet store is going to drop an item as well. It was just the 5 rupees. And we are making our way through here. Some of these dungeons are rather large, some are not as large. Find 20 rupees there under the pot. He says, like, nope. Probably Ron's doing their best to make it to sort of rockier. Gotta deal with these bomb slugs though with just the cane of Samaria. It's kind of unfortunate. It gets it done very nice. Have not seen a sword yet. Needs a key for that door. Do not have a key. Feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot. Need a key. Do not have it. Finds the entrance to Cold Stare. Does have enough magic for this. Gonna be difficult without a sword of any kind. Does have the hammer though. Gets a nice shots there with the hammer. This is a very stressful fight for sure. Doing a nice job avoiding the ice. Oh, just took a cold stare hug. It is on red mail though, so that's gonna help a little bit. Puff number 2 is down, and puff number 3 goes down. Well done there by Shoulder. Not an easy fight with just hammer. Gets the cape for his trouble, and it's a pendant. Because of course it is. Pretty Ron making their way through Hyrule Castle at this point. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry. Just check the tracker, because that's what it's there for. Thanks, tracker. Of course, shout outs to my tracker today. Should pay more attention to it. That's what it's there for. And we find Shelter finds Ganon's tower. Only 10 items in this location today. This check's just gonna be 10 arrows. Yeah, Fire Rod was hookshot locked in Hyrule Castle. Wow. Smoky the Skull. Have not seen the back of Skull Woods or have not been up to Skull Woods yet, as Pretty Rod has not found his Moon Pearl or his hammer yet. And just as I say that, Pretty Rod walks into the room and finds his hammer and Moon Pearl. Well done. Finally got there. Now Shozer is going to head into the tower room here. He is going to check this chest. He's got the cape. He's going to try not to bonk off everything. And we grab the wall here. Not going to use any magic here. And Pretty Wrong finds the blind room. Can't defeat blind until you find the crack in the hole in the wall, in the floor, and blow it up with a bomb, which is most likely in another dungeon. And shows you gonna turn around there. Gonna find a switch to hit, then he can go through it. Shozer makes their way into Swamp Palace. The Igor's gonna drop a bottle. To the flooded chest room of Swamp Palace. 18 big items here. Finding a piece of heart. Yeah, apparently I'm missing. Pretty Ron has found the powder somewhere. So much action. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Their fall there. Powder was made his chest. Okay. Yeah, I don't think Shoulder went up that far. We find a key, and probably more importantly, a crystal switch. Does not choose to hit it though. And Purdy Brown's getting the unfortunate news that the crack floor is not in Thieves Town today. It is going to be in another dungeon. Shelter Binding Spike Cave here can be completed. Not a lot of health, but does have the cane in the cape if he needs it. Just gotta hurry. And he will make it, and he's gonna find a small key to GT for his trouble. And checking the south of Village of Outcast checks here. Going to find what was on the race game today. Oh, he's going to check the inside of this. He has not seen it yet. Sees that as Paradox Middle. Take this green potion here from the shop. A couple of them. Pretty run making their way through Mire. Finds the icebreaker chest for a small key to Castle Tower. That is a very bright green floor. Yes, it is. And unfortunately, taking them to the Swamp Palace. And we're going to find out what's at the digging game today. Got a small key. Lots of small keys. Another small key to swamp. Okay. Game 45, we have the Miner Shed. For quick and $20. Second medallion. And this. Okay, we're gonna go take a look at Stumpy here with known items that we can get. Yeah, just 3 bombs off Stumpy. Find the hint here at the dam. Yeah. The crack of the pyramid leads to a connector. Have not seen that yet. Not to my knowledge, anyway. I mean, I guess it's possible. There's a lot of information floating around there, so could have seen it, just missed it. Check the Hype Cave entrance. Is a shop with the Book of Medora and 2 keys. 1 key to Skull Woods, and another key to Swamp Palace. Zora has been checked. Zora was our heart piece. I don't believe Catfish has been checked yet. So book in hand, shows us going to head right over to the Bombos tablet. Not only look at it. Small keys. Okay. Check the Bonk Rocks by Link's house. It is Bedman. Man of many beds. Shells are opting to go back into Easter Palace with a couple new small keys here. We're going to head into the Hope Room. Find a small key to Mire. And another small key to Desert. And check out Dark World Shopping Mall here on this side. And yeah, Shields finds Compass Swamp. And we find the Armos Knights. It's containing both those green potions. He's going to use the Cane of Burn on this. Who needs a bow? We find yet another Hyrule Castle entrance. This is a one-way. This is only 2 checks. Got a small key to Hera there and the final pendant. We have all our crystal information now. Ooh, and Pokemon finds Blind's hideout. Have not seen this yet. But yeah, you're right. We don't know the buy 6 crystals yet, but we know that which crystals are which. Fortunately, gets blocked by a shuttered door there. Not much going on at Blind's hideout right now. And Party Ron is going to head over to the catfish area here. Okay, we have 156 crystal. We know there's a palace. Thank you. Small key to thief sound of the catfish. All right. Those are opting not to do Spike Cave there. I'm gonna head up in the Skull Woods. Skull Woods will always be at Skull Woods. 13 big checks here at Skull Woods, though. Find Hookshot Cave, yeah, pretty wrong side. Another small key to Hyrule Castle. And our first sword! We have a sword, finally. And Shoulder fights the gauntlet here in Skull Woods. Fine, the K45 here, I have been a small key to miner. We're going to check the back of Skull Woods here. The far right lock side, it is the library with a blue boomerang. It says, yeah, why not? I worked hard for it. That's mine now. Pretty Rock going back to check Mimic Cave now. Just for 20 bucks and get some pedestal hype in the chat. We have nothing. Just a little piece of love today on the pad. And there's the mitts and Skull Woods under that pot, just sitting there waiting for it to be grabbed. And Schultz is so excited. He says, I'm going to fall in this pit. Actually, a lot of the same doors are heading out to same places here. Gonna bonk across there. Finding their Ace Rod. Another 10 bomb pack. It shows us. Oh, that's where that went. Okay. Party Brown trying to decide, should I spin that key? I might as well. There's the mushroom. Okay. Alright. We got mush. Ooh. Bebo's not being kind though. No, I don't believe I've seen the potion shop yet either. They could turn it in at any time, and then if they happen to come across it, they could just pick up the item. Making the way back to the Skull Woods here, looking for a few more checks here. Okay, we're going to come out to the Thief Sound Hub, the Ice Palace Ice Room. Powder could be found near the thieves. As we already knew that. And poor Shoulders does not having any luck here in Skull Woods. Find yet another gauntlet room. So many twists and turns for this Skull Woods here, that Mire Hub, and we're gonna find the pinball chest. We're gonna have. Oh yeah, that's right, the flute. Forgot. Shoulder finally gets the flute. You can't go through. Oh, yes, you can. Just kidding. Increase our chest, just a piece of heart. Hey, that's a heart refill at least. Check at the house by the pod. There's the potion shop that had the half magic. We had seen this already. Yeah, I just forgot we'd seen it. It's been a while since we've seen it. But yeah, we had seen that. So all he's got to do is, I believe he's got to go activate his flute. Probably go turn that mushroom in, and then see what it's going to bring. If I had to guess. course. You have the bits now, you don't have to do the clip. Okay, we're gonna get a smith turned in. I don't know if we see the blacksmith yet either. We may have. I'm sure someone in chat will let me know that, yeah, the smith was over here. Duh. Oh. Well. Okay, the smith was actually vanilla today. Very good. Just 3 bombs today for the smith, though. Gonna take that purple chest all the way over to the locksmith. Right after he activates his flute. Oh, don't let go of that chest before the bird picks you up. Yeah, the purple chest's gonna have a piece of heart. Now shows are heading to the minor area. Yeah, but you for minor will remain a secret for a second. It's gonna check this, and it's a Gina's cave. Gina's cave, we have just a map of Skull Woods. In minor, we need bombos. the one medallion we don't have. And we find yet another entrance to Desert Palace. It is Samaria locked. Hey, there's bombos. We now have all 3 medallions. And we're gonna head down into the waterfall room here in Swamp Palace, aka the Desert Palace. And we find a fire shield. An actual shields upgrade. And wait a minute. You're not supposed to be able to see those right now. Nah, it's planned that way so you can see where you're going so you don't get lost. A lot of people look going, so that was nice of you. Put that in there. Okay, we're back on track here. We're looking for the last 3 items here in Desert. This one with 300 rupees. Got a pen gator room. Or a compass. And Castle Tower door leads to a chest with an item. So they could get that right now with their cape. Probably not gonna rush to it, but if they happen to come by it. And blink and I miss it. Party Ron has 2 swords now. Yes, Drop Shuffle and Shop Sanity. Yep. Everything that is fun. Yeah, small key to GT. Pretty Ron making her way through Desert Palace as well as different or not. This is Swamp, excuse me. D2, not L2. And Schulzer has found all 13 items at Desert Palace. Desert Palace is completely done. Do not have to come back here again. Thank you very much. And there's our bomb shot. 5-6 crystals be Tower of Hera in Desert. Now we have all our crystal information. And find yet another entrance to Desert that we do not need. And I'm surprised Schulzer didn't go back to check the minor entrance. But okay, we can go check the Ice Palace entrance here. And the waterfall machine where he finds the chicken hut. He has no swords. That is a good point, yes. He does need a sword to activate that. Thank you. Thank you, chat. Hey, Ice Palace entrance is nothing useful. Alright. Schulzer headed over to Hobo as Buddy Rod is making his way through Swamp Palace. Where does Schulzer go from here? We're going to. Looks like maybe the Zora area. Waterfall Cave. We have Aga Tower. Oh no. And it's bow locked. Arrows on Zora Ledge. We've already seen the Zora idol. It's just a piece of art today. Those are about to get the bad news that life lessons has been served. And well, hey, okay, Hugshot Cave. I seen you out where I'm pretty raw side. I didn't see where it was at, but apparently it's vanilla today. And if shells are finally getting that first sword out of Hookshot Cave. It's only about an hour and 38 minutes in. First sword, it's fine. It's fine. Check the Turtle Rock entrance. Pretty Ron trying to do a mimic leap here. Gets it very nicely done. Yep, we have not seen a bow at all. By Sahashala. $20. Piece of art. And a small key to ice. Check the moving cave here. It's just the front isn't tattered. That is a great place for that. Get good business there. The other side of Mimic Ledge is key 45. That's small key to minor. If we find the compass room in GT, we got $100. Key to Skull Woods and a map that we don't need anymore. Shells are heading back up the mountain. Fortunately, gets dead rocked. Like maybe check getting the ether tablet check here. Pretty Raw is making their way through GT. The big key to the woods. Okay, so that's the big key to Skull Woods there on the ether tablet. Shilzer finds the Helvasaur King. Shilzer using that spin speed technique to get the extend the hammer hitbox reach. 2 more hits with the hammer, 1 more, and down goes Helvasaur. Helvasaur's gonna give us just 10 arrows today. But it's another crystal. Having a good old time with that mini helmet store there. Bumps him off. They get bumped off himself. Remembering seeing this earlier, it was hammer locked. It has the hammer now, so we can check it. Bonk through this wall. Of course, all these rooms are on a super tile, so they're going to be same. Very nice turtle room. And we're gonna. Oof. Looks like we might be doing a little burn ice almost again here. Gets them all up at the top. Just keep spinning, and down they go, just like that. Very well done there on the shoulder side. $20. 10 arrows at $20. Nice fight like that should be rewarded with more, in my opinion, but the nature of rando. We still have HX here, including that. We find the shovel. And we find ourselves into a trap room. Can't get out of it. Doing new checks here on pretty wrong side. We got the graveyard ledge entrance. Find just a fairy fountain. Have to believe they're gonna do Kingston. Oh, we find a big key to Thieves Town. And the room and pod that no one knows about, the fishbone room, under the spot over here, is an item, and it's just a piece of heart today. Have not checked the grave drop down spot here. Yeah, as Pretty Ron is going to check right now. It is Magic Bat. Powder in hand, might as well check it. Gonna give us $20. Great. Ooh. Getting blocked again there in pod. Still a few more checks to get. Bumper ledge here. We've already gotten. Gonna check this cave here first. Forgot. We find a big key in a shop. It's a big key to GT. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, I believe that was 165. If you got 165, congratulations, you win today. Pretty Ron making the way through Skullbus. Gonna find his Titan Smiths hopefully here. And checking out this. We got an item here, 10 arrows. We gotta have another item chest over here. Check number 20. We got the single arrow. Two more checks here. We got the riot shield. Okay, there's one more chest in pod to find. The big chest, it's a map. Castle Tower. And pod has been fully cleared out. Finally. Yeah, Shells is gonna take that shovel to the digging spot. See what we dig up here. Yeah, just $20. Gives it a few angry splashes. Why couldn't you be more useful? Yeah, pretty right. You know, all the checking he's done, he hasn't really completed any dungeons. But yeah, he's only got 2 crystals cleared, and 2 of them are pendants. So, but yeah, pretty rough's not really completing any dungeons right now. So finding these last 2 checks here in Hyrule Castle. 10 arrows, heart container. Absolutely. Yeah, shells are going in one big loop there in this turtle rock here. Quite unfortunate. Schulzer finds his big key to GT now. Might be the next stop for him at this point. Hope he's gonna check the curiosity shop down here. And it's just the bad side of Ice Arcade today. Pretty well is gonna check this desert entrance here. This is where Shelzer found bombos, which would open up Mire, and the only difference is Pretty Ron has a sword. It can check it immediately, so should be, if it's something useful, he could sway it the other way. So we'll see. There's the bombos. And Shelzer's gonna do a little fake powder here. It's not found that real powder yet, so it's just $20 there on the Magic Bet today. Pretty Ron having the looking for items here in the desert. As we approach the 2 hour mark, always please give our runners a big old follow. They really appreciate it. It's showcasing this mode here for the first time as a daily race is not something that easy to do, and they are putting on a great show for us today. So if you could give these runners a follow, please, we would really appreciate it. It shows our probably blind, so gonna be a little disappointed finding it this late, but not disappointed because the items in here were not that great, really. Probably the most useful thing was that compass. Hey, how about a good old fashioned Ice Palace bomb jump? Why not? And we find Hera at the Mushroom Hut. We've already been in here. Someone was blocking us from before. I believe it was this key right here. No, we've been in here before. Never mind. I don't. Alright, Schulzer taking down his Bulldog fight. Gonna grab his heart container and another crystal. And thank you to my tracker mate. Telling me my righteous was a shop with a couple Smockies and a red boomerang. And Schulzer picking up the third crystal. Alright, where do we go from here? Like we're headed back in the mire for Schulzer. Potentially beatable. Pretty wrong. Picks up their pod, big key. Shows they're matching 14 hearts on each side now. Pretty Rod is going to take on Landmalls. A little bit easier fight this time for him. We have a lot more weapons than what Schulzer did, so yeah, and he's down. All right. Well, that'd be Pretty Ron's second crystal, just like that. Schulzer making their way through the minor area. He's just got 2 more checks to do. First one idol beyond Vitreous, and speaking of Vitreous, there he is. Hammer Vitreous. It's very dangerous, and he's going to use a blue potion here just to be safe. Something you don't really see very often, and wow, that was a very, very good fight. Now it's time to hammer the big eyeball. I think he's done this before. He might have practiced it a couple times. And wow, very clean Vitreous right there. Gets a big key for his trouble. The Eastern Palace. That's going to be very helpful. But he's already completed Eastern, so might not need it. But crystal number 5 on Schulzer's side here. Or 4, excuse me. Yeah, Party Brown checking the Ether tab. Couldn't get that big key to Skull Woods. And we find a vanilla bow in the Eastern Palace big chest there. We find our first bow finally. And it was in the Eastern Palace big chest. Wow. Well, that was... Which means we're going to go to this Pyramid Ferry, or the Waterfall Ferry here, and go back to the Agate Tower that was bow locked. Or 14 items in Agate Tower. Yes, she did. Yeah, six crystals in her the Agate Tower entrance, with 7 crystals to defeat Ganon himself. Yep. Well, Purdy Ron's headed back in the pods. Just got the big key now. Should be able to full clear this. Another pod small key. Probably won't be back for that. I believe he's already full clear pod, so. And ooh. Number 3, heart piece. Mushroom from Faunus Cobwoods. Yeah. We know. We found it already. Thank you. Alright, lava chests here. We got I believe that was a shield upgrade, I'm not sure. It's a small mirror shield. You'd love to see it. Okay, we have Moldorm 2 here. He hits with the hammer as long as he. And very nicely done there on his shoulder side. We get a bomb upgrade. Alright. Fortunately, that led to a trap room. Yeah, the bomb capacity upgrades from the capacity fairy, so those are also randomized. Not wasted any time with these bomb slopes. Just gonna bombo some all, get rid of them. Make him away, and we find Trinex. There he is, the big turtle himself. Just have to be careful about his magic. Did you get it? Oh no! Oh, he just got it down. Oh, that was close. I'll just hammer, and down goes Trinex. Ah, that was a close one there. Yeah, the bow was item go mode. Yep, you're right. And Shulzer gets pendant number. What's that? 5. Crystal number 5, not pendant number 5. Crystal number 5. I know words. It's okay. So 2 crystals to go. Gotta complete Skull Woods and Thieves Town, which I believe we had the Thieves Town big, so we should be able to do that. Yep. Yeah, probably some spot keys still, and Joe's just gonna head back in the Agate Tower here, try to figure out what he missed. I want to say he has. Okay, oh, there is the crack in the floor. That is exactly what he was looking for. Now he can complete Thieves' Town. That is exactly what he wanted to find. You cannot complete Thieves' Town without blowing up that hole in the floor. So the crack in the floor was in Agate Tower. So yeah, Thieves' Town will be completable now. We find an item here in the basement. I have to wait these tiles out. It's gonna take a little coffee break. Pretty Ron's making the way through Hera. Still on the lookout for 3 more items here. Pretty wrong forgetting he does not have the big key to Tower of Hera. Just find a Castle Tower small key. And there's the hint for the for the cracked floor in Agate Tower. And we find a heart container there on the guard. And finds the other side of the helmet or Moldorm 2 fight. not going to be helpful today. Because we're going to have an item under this pot right here. Grab a piece of heart. And no more small keys, unfortunately, but that's okay. He found what he needed. He's got the Thieves' Town. He's found the floor to blow up in Thieves' Town. He should be able to go complete Thieves' Town now. Remember that, hey, Thieves' Town is right here. Now we just gotta find the room that has the maiden, which is right here. Good knowledge on Shelter's side. Take really good notes of these seeds. And there's that powder. And down goes blind, perfect blind script, find 10 arrows on blind. Crystal number 6. And I missed it again. Party round is up to Tempered Sword. He just picked this one up here. And shows are still on Fighter Sword here, so even if Shelter does finish the back of Skull Woods, he's still gonna find at least another sword. And speaking of that, there is Mothula, which I assume Shelter is gonna be headed toward, and Mothula is down, and Mothula is gonna give us another 10 bomb pack. Shelter's headed back into the Swamp Palace here as Pretty Ron finds the mushroom. There are still 12 checks here, and 11 checks here in Swamp Palace. 10 checks here in Swamp Palace. Keeps going down as I keep talking. So he's hoping to find at least some kind of sword here, hopefully. Fine battle number 3 there for Schulzer. Pretty Ron's trying to clear out the back of Skullbuds here. Finding a piece of heart. And that would be it. Pretty Ron's going to check out the Mire area. Misery Mire. There's the big key to Turtle Rock. 100 rupees. And Smoky to Skull and map. Swamp is completely cleared out for Schulzer, and he needs to find another sword here. I think he's got 2 more checks here at Ganon's Tower to do. That's the big key to Swamp Palace. Pretty Ron's gonna take. He's gonna take the Smith here. And the last check of GT is just 50 rupees. It says I might as well defeat Aga while I'm here. Aga 2. A double to start. Single. Other single. Okay. Nice double to end it off. Okay, that's going to place him atop the pyramid. And I don't think we see what was in the hole today, but I'm gonna. Okay, we got C-shaped house there. Oh, we find silver arrows. We find our second bowl there in the C-shaped house at the 1 chest check. So we're gonna see what's in the Ganon hole today. It has to be. Oh, it's the lumberjack. Have not seen this yet. It's just 20 rupees. So Schulzer is looking for that second sword at least. Gonna have silver arrows for Ganon. Pretty Ron's gonna find his first foe here at the C-shaped house. And the mushroom spot is just 10 bombs. Right, Ron, remembering that Agatar is in fact Bowlock, so he's gonna go do that now. And after seeing that hint of the Thieves' Town bobbable floor, he's gonna go do that right now. As we're gonna get some couple more checks here in the Eastern Palace. Still looking for that sword. I don't know. Oh, wow. Okay. I was completely wrong about that. I was like, there's no way that's gonna reach, but I was wrong. And check the big chest here. Eastern Palace, we got a heart piece. Okay, last two checks here in the Dark Maze. We got, hey, there's the sword. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that could be go mode. I'm not sure if he's found the back of Skullwoods yet. Skullwoods boss. He is going to check the GT interest since he does have 6 crystals. GT interest takes us to the arrow game. That is a fancy looking arrow game. It shows her remembering there was a big key on Ether tablet. It's a Skullwoods big key. That's about where I'm about to go there. I should probably grab that. Here is Skullwoods. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe if he does some checks in here, I believe there's a sword in this area, and he would be untempered. Okay, there's the big key, and do not need that small key. Okay, just has to beat Mothula here. Hammer Moth. Not an easy fight, but his caliber running has no problem with it. Down goes Mothula. 10 Bob Pack. 7 crystals in the bag. Time to go and defeat Ganon. And Ganon is at Kakariko Village today, making his residence right beside the other people in town without them knowing. We drop down the well. We say, "Hello, Ganon." Okay, Master Sword Ganon does have the silvers, which will help a little bit, but not until phase 4. So it's going to take at least 12 spins here in the first 2 phases, and phase 3 is going to take 4 spins. Okay, it's just a little lonely, that's all. That's why he kidnapped Zelda. He was a little lonely, he just wanted some company. Again, that nice spot there in the upper left-hand corner. Okay, into phase 3. Get him to stop teleporting around everywhere. Oh, missed that spin, unfortunately. Got it that time, though. A little late with that spin, too, but should be okay. Spin number 3. And phase 3 is done. On to phase 4. And noting he does have the silver arrow, so this shouldn't be too bad. Unless he can't hit the the arrow shot. And nice triple to finish it out. Only thing left for Schulzer to do is cross the 1x3 bridge. Get those GGs in the chat for Schulzer. Finishing with first on stream, first overall with the official race time. GG time of 2 hours, 37 minutes, 58 seconds. Well done to Schulzer. Whew. I'm tired. I didn't even play it. Now I'm tired. Fantastic race there.
GG.
Hey, we are joined by the winner of the race, Schulzer. GG to you. How you doing?
Doing fine. What? How? Where were the swords? I was hunting for them like an hour.
Yeah, that's a really good question because the swords were not found for a very long time. I believe there was one in the back of Skull Woods, right at the end there. I don't. That's about the only one I know of. So, one was in
there
Harrow.
was another sword behind the sword. Oh, and the other one was in Harrow that I skipped. Oh.
Yeah.
Man.
So, but I still finished first overall, so you can't be too bad about that.
Yeah. But I'm mad about finding my Go mode sword at 234 or something like that.
You're just going into every single dungeon where you had like at least 10 plus checks and coming up empty each time. It's just, it's like, why?
Yeah, I knew for a long time that I am probably a bow and a sword for go mode. I wasn't completely sure about TR. That was the reason I bailed out of Saga Tower for a short reason to actually check if I needed TR Biggie. And I found the boss pretty quickly, so I just went back to find the attic. Was successful, was not successful in finding another sword in Castle Tower. And just handed the sword, and handed the sword, and handed the sword, and handed the sword.
Yeah, it's good to get that hint about finding the crack in the floor for thieves down there in Hera. So, but yeah, that was still a really, really solid race from you. It's good to see it, and yeah. I mean, is there any other thoughts you'd like to share about the seed type?
I enjoyed not having fake boots for a very long time, but this is the best example where fake boots are a good thing, because normally this mod was played with boots before, and just having another sword, or just having those boots or fake boots was fun to figure it out. But I found boots at like that 10th check in games, so didn't really got a real impact of fake boots, but it was nice.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that, I just cleared dungeons and cleared stuff, and everything opened up. Good thing I can do the new clip from Hammer Packs to main Dark World, because that saved me probably a lot of time.
Yeah, it's one of the newer clips that we don't ever get to see in these kind of races, and it was always a pleasure to see something new on these races. So yeah, it's it's a good piece of tech to have in these kind of races, and yeah, you pulled it off. You had to pull it off a few times because that's where you came out from one of the starting points. So
At least the ticket in itself is not too hard. I guess Peadwong is still missing his Maya small key, and is he missing maybe a Castle Tower small key?
yeah, he just hasn't cleared a lot of the dungeons. He's been going into dungeons and he's just not clearing them out for. Um,
Oh, yeah, it was a really interesting scene. Like, had luck that I had exactly enough bombs to go to Paradox Cave in the beginning and not die, which was pretty good. And having knowledge about Discovered Spiky, even without the sword, at least I knew then back then that the Master Sword would be my go mode. But yeah, of course, one of my favorite modes to play. I raced Peadwong in the finals in the Async League last year. I lost there, so I got my revenge today at least.
that's always good to hear. Yeah, yeah, this is the first time we're showcasing it here on the Link to the Past daily. So, yep, we had some strong interest from a lot of good players, and you happened to come out on top today. So I bet you that feels pretty good, though.
Yeah, I expected someone else to finish like at the 230 mark, but maybe I just hit the seat pretty good. I saw the collection rate going up and up and up, and was like, where's my sword? Where's my sword? Where's my sword? Where's my sword?
And see on the screen there, first sword, 1 hour and 35 minutes in.
I could have had it a long time ago, but Also, that moon per chain was pretty garbage.
Yeah,
Getting
the hammer
going
right before the moon.
Yeah, you had to go through Hyrule Castle to end up on this mountain, to go get your hook shot, to go back through, to find also Somalia in port, then to go back to another connector to end up in Seastown where you have to have Somalia for that. I can see that a lot of people maybe got slipped up by that one. I luckily stumbled into it pretty quick, but I think that was also almost my last location at that point. I don't think I had much more things open.
Yep, and then you found your first bow happened to be in GT, but it was in the Eastern Palace big chest in GT, so that gave me a chuckle too. Then you found the silvers on top behind the barrier on top of Hyrule Castle, so that was always that had to help a little bit, not finding your temper sword at all.
So did Padwong not get his sword out of Eastern? I guess so.
Yeah, his bow that he's got was the one behind the barrier. So he has not been to the GT big chest yet, or I guess the Eastern Palace big chest in GT. His crystal number 6 for pretty wrong, and just has to complete Mire now.
Yeah, I think you need all 4 Maya small keys. I think you could have thrown one away. Sure. You may need all 4 small keys for Maya boss. I don't know quite exactly, but I guess he's searching for it. And I have no idea where I found all my 4 Maya smalls.
Yeah, take us through that Vitreous fight there. That looks like you've done that before with just the hammer, and good thing you had that blue potion to help out. Yeah, that was a very clean Vitreous skill you had with just the hammer.
I'd say that a lot for the league last year, where I played a bunch of swordless, and I explored a little bit what happens if I don't have a bow to fight Vitzius, and that knowledge I keep and use back in that mode more often than not. Because the hammer and the potion, despite if you can do it, is 1 fast and 2 pretty. I wouldn't call it easy, but if you hammer into rhythm, you only take damage from the goop and not from the eye, so you actually have a lot of time. Especially if you have like 12 or 13 hearts in the potion.
Finding the final chest there in Thieves Sound.
The one that I skipped.
Yep.
Yeah, I skipped a bunch of one-off locations and dungeons because yeah, I need one item that I can find in 3 different places. Because maybe just in 2 different locations, but still. Think Eastern Fest could have had a Maya small key.
Yep, there's a Maya small. That's what he was looking for right there. See the angry slash is at it.
Yeah, he should be in go mode.
Yeah. And he's just gonna pop most the chest just in case.
That was accessible for a very long time for him.
Yeah, and that would be go mode for pretty rod, and he's just gonna right to the sanctuary. That's because that's where it takes you out to Mire. So
to Hydrocast and remembering that I have the Hydrocast big key after I went to Hydrocast and was like, wait a second, open the chest. Hopefully there's my Moonpool inside. And then I find Fire Dot behind Hookjumbo and I was like, oh, I had to go back here eventually.
Yep. There is bitches. And a little easier time with the Temper Sword he has. And a bow. More conventional strat, I guess.
I like my hammer sled.
It was very...
You can use it so there that it's always fun to do it.
Collects crystal number 7 there, and we'll go on fight Ganon next.
Oh yeah, the Eastern Palace Biggie was on Witty.
Yeah, it's a required double dip Eastern Palace, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but Eastern was a pendant. And he did not get his mastered out of Eastern Palace. That I know for sure.
Okay, just 12 more spins here on Ganon.
Yeah, he didn't got a silver out of the...
No.
So let's see what I have left in dungeons. I had one more check in Heather, I had 4 checks in Agate Tower. I think I had the boss and Swamp Palace left. The 2 big chests in Sky Woods, where one apparently was a tempered sword. I missed one thing in town. I did not full clear Ice Palace because one Ice Palace more was behind the Master Sword. Cleared, I don't think cleared Maya. I skipped one item in TR and I full cleared GT.
And there is Pretty Ron's final hit on Ganon. Just has to cross the bridge and get those GGs to chat for Pretty Wrong. Finishing with the time. Second on the restream, second overall. 2 hours, 55 minutes, 16 seconds.
Yeah, thank you for commentating. Like, you're commentating 2.5 hours or like 3 hours now alone. not the best thing to do. I get it, but I hope we at least put up a great race.
I had fun. It was a fun match to commentate and watch, and it was just a good time. And we're going to be joined here by Pretty Ron in just a moment. And there he is, Pretty Ron. GG to you.
GG's Shelzer.
GG.
Wow. Wasn't that fun?
I mean, it's
Mike.
it's pretty normal for Crisscross.
Mike Gomot was Master Sword.
Wait, what
For
was Master Sword?
Yes. For the Skyward Sticky and for Ganon, obviously, and I found it in Eastern Palace.
Yeah, I kept putting off Eastern, and I had other stuff to do. I really want to go back to Eastern when I got the big key, but I guess that was not happening.
Now, if you found that minor small there in that chest, and that put you in gold mode, so yeah. So you're two.
Eastern Palace.
Yeah, and you didn't find the silver arrows in GT that were in the Eastern Palace big chest at GT.
The Silvers.
Yeah, I didn't have the big key at the time, right?
Somewhere in the North Dark World, but I can pinpoint it. Not sure. But yeah, I went into Maya with 4 small keys, so I didn't have to bother with those. After I got Milo, I skipped on Maya completely and never get back into it. Because I wanted some good weaponry to finish up Witchy. In the end, I did it with Thelma anyway. I knew for such a long time that I only need a bow and a sword for go mode. I think like at 140, 150 or around the 2-hour mark, I was pretty confident I was only missing a sword and the bow for go mode.
I'm glad I tried to go through Mire first though, because like I thought I was probably just bow from go mode, and then if I had found the bow first, I would have just skipped everything and then gotten stuck behind a key.
Yeah, that was
Although
the reason
maybe
I
it would have
went
taken me to Eastern earlier.
Yeah, I don't know where the other 3 Maya boxes were. I pretty much cleared everything on the way. But I wonder how did you get stuck on Moonfall, because that's what was a pretty ridiculous sequence after thinking about it.
I mean, I got it on the latish side, but I don't feel like it's not like I last location did. Like I definitely didn't walk through the Dark World or do any of that stuff.
Yeah. Don't think there was an opportunity, besides maybe the by the cave connector. Than that, there were not any connector needing there. Do you use the new hookshot clip to get from hammer packs to the main Darkwood area?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I had another Criss last weekend where Eastern Palace was at hammer packs and there was also Sanctuary in Eastern Palace. So I could practice this clip in another Criss code. I laughed so hard after spawning there and after Sanctuary. About like, again? 2 seats in a row? No. The GG was a fun race. We need to bring back the Door League. I really enjoy playing this class.
Yeah. Thanks both of you for reminding to be restreamed as we're trying out new modes here on Speed Gaming Daily and the best randomizer dailies. Yeah, this is a lot of fun. It was really interesting to solo commentate this, I'll tell you that. And yeah, it's just good racing from both of you. So, thank you.
Thanks for putting it together. I'm just glad I didn't take a really long time and make everybody sit around.
Yeah, shout out to Professor Renderer who did put all this together for us. And our tracker made Walker keeping everything and just keeping me in line. Tells me things I miss because I miss a lot, and there's just so much stuff to follow. And I really appreciate everything that everyone behind the scenes here and both of you runners who's putting up with this kind of seed. So
Nonsense, you mean?
Or I okay.
That's how you called it.
Did you have quick swap? Because I don't know, I might have messed up patching my seed or something. I couldn't quick swap.
I had quick swap, yes.
Must have done something wrong.
Yeah, Jacopo also had some problems, but I think if it just would have gendered to the side and there was a box for quick swap, maybe you missed that, I don't know. But I had no problems with generating the seed. But you were not the only one. I mean, that's a bunch of menu time that you had to do.
Yeah. I'll blame it on that.
Sounds
Of course,
good.
that's the 20-minute difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see taking up like 5 to 10 minutes, but it's a little 20 is a little bit much. Yeah, GG. I have to go now. Was a fun race. Hope to do it again. This course is the best. Bye bye.
Thank you, GG. Any final words there from you?
No, I mean, as long as people enjoyed watching it, then that's great.
I know I did. It's just from my personal standpoint. I know I enjoyed watching it. Yeah. So as always, please give our runners a follow. They finished 1-2 on the race today, so they must know what they're doing a little bit. And always shout out to my tracker again. Thank you very much. Thanks, Professor Renderer, for putting everything together. And with that, I guess we'll say goodbye. Yeah. So, from all of us here at Speed Gaming and Link to the Past Randomizer, have yourself a good day.